Hi there everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell to share with you today, and actually we're going to do a case card. So we're going to copy and selectively edit a card. This one was in the Spring Occasions catalog, right near the beginning, I think right inside the cover. Yep, right inside the cover. So right next to Shelley's message, with the All That You Are stamp set, we're going to case this card right here. And actually it was pretty simple. So I'm going to take you through the process and we'll have that be our show and tell for the day. Okay, so something that I didn't realize when I bought the set, but I was very happy to find out, the All That You Are stamp set coordinates with the framelits that are available for the first Frost set. So for the Frosted Bouquet framelits that were originally introduced with the first Frost stamp set, which is also still available, it was a carryover item, are compatible with the new All That You Are stamp set. So we're going to use those today. So let's go ahead and do the card. Okay, so Balmy Blue is our card base. I'm using Daffodil Delight for one of the elements. I've got Petal Pink and Grapefruit Grove here for a couple of my pieces. I've also got the Lemon Lime Twist to make our leaves. We're going to do our tag on Whisper White, and we'll make up all our elements and then we'll put the card together. Okay, so first things first, let's do some stamping and die cutting. So I need to stamp my flowers. So let me open up my ink. Now I'm doing a stamp color on color. So Grapefruit Grove I'm using for the larger flower. And I'm going to stamp that on Grapefruit Grove. Okay, so those are same color as ink. And then I've got my Petal Pink. I'm going to stamp two of the smaller flowers on the Petal Pink. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Big Shot. So now we've got some Big Shot work to do here. Move this off to the side, get this in view. So the first thing I'm going to do is with my precision plate, I'm going to bring in my Daffodil Delight. I'm going to put down a piece of wax paper. And I'm going to put this die, this kind of twig-like looking die. Actually, I've got some wax paper in there, so I don't need to use that this time. So I'm just going to put that down on my Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to put my cutting plate on top, and we're going to run that through. And if all goes well, it's going to die cut that for me. So let's take a quick peek, see if that went all the way through. Sometimes I run it through a second time, but it looks like it's going to come out for us okay. So, yep, that's going to be fine. So we'll get that out of there in a minute. So now I'm going to switch my plates, because I don't need the precision plate for the rest of them. So I'm going to back this up. And now I've got my flowers. So I've got my large petal here. Okay, and then I've got my two smaller ones, and this die set comes with two framelits for the smaller flowers. You can die cut them at the same time if you stamp them far enough apart, and I don't know that I have. Let's see. I fit my die on there. Gotta find the best fit. Fits one way. Yeah, it looks like I put them far enough apart. So there are my two smaller ones, and then I gotta do, with my Lemon Lime Twist, my sprig of leaves here. Okay, so flowers and leaves. I'll put another plate on top. I'm going to run that through. And that should die cut the rest of the elements I need for the front of our card. So, yep, there's our flower. There are 2 small flowers and our leaf. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, quite a bit of our card is ready for the making. Now, to get this one out, you can either use your die brush or you could just use a piercing tool and just kind of help it start coming out. It's very fine die cutting, so it's a little bit delicate. But once you get it going, I can usually peel it out of my die. So when they're super delicate, just be patient and kind to them and they will do good things for your projects. Okay, so there's that. Now we've got our card base and our tag. Let's go ahead and do our card base next. So I'm going to open up Balmy Blue. So again, color on color. Slide my lid back. Okay, so I'm just going to ink up this large stamp. I'm going to stamp it on the front of my card. Now I want to fill the whole front of my card with this image. So I'm just going to keep repeating and go around. Try to get the best fit of my image to fill up all the space. Now obviously the part that goes behind the tag isn't as important because you're not really going to see it, but you still want to do a nice job stamping. Okay, so one more corner. So there's the front of our card. Okay, so Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue, Grapefruit Grove on Grapefruit Grove, and Petal Pink on Petal Pink. Does that all make sense? Good. All right. We need to make our tag. So from the same set, Night of Navy, which is a nice coordinating color to go with the Balmy Blue. First, I'm going to have you tag punch it. So I'm taking my tailored tag punch, okay, this one, and if you put your card in and you just square it off in the window on the 2 sides and you give it a punch, you'll get this tag punch end as a bonus, okay? So you don't always have to do the shape that the punch comes. Use the edges to make other tags. So, one more time, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on my tag. Great. Okay, so now we can build our card. So I'm going to go ahead and do the tag first. Now they have twine on their card on the picture wrapped around, I'm going to show you again. So wrapped around the tag with a bow and then it dangles down here. Okay, I'm pretty sure they used medium weight Night of Navy twine. So I'm just gonna cut myself here about 18 inches. Now that sounds like a lot, but by the time you wrap it around and tie your bow and have the dangly tangles, you're gonna need quite a bit. So I'm just gonna fold that in half. Going to wrap that around my tag like that. Now, here's a little trick I use. Okay, I'm going to bring in a glue dot and roll it up in my fingers. I'm going to put it right where I think I want to tie my bow. So I stuck it on there. Now I'm going to take my twine, I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm actually probably going to tie a double knot. We'll see. So I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to stick it right into that glue dot. And then that's where I'm going to level it up to. So that's how I get it to stay put. Okay? And then I'm just going to tie a bunny ear bow, 2 loops, and then tie a knot with the loops. And then before you pull it snug, go ahead and adjust it. Kind of move your twine around. I want mine tucked behind, and then just give it a good tug And you can kind of keep adjusting it, make it the size you want it. And then I just tack all that down into that glue dot too. So now I've got a little bit of an anchored bow. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to flip that whole thing over and add dimensionals to the back. So let's see, here's my dimensionals. So I'm actually going to put them right overlapping that twine, so that's going to help hold that in place too. Put one on the bottom. Pull these off. And then I'm just going to put this right on the front of the card, right about there. Okay, now I've got these 3 flowers. I'm going to put those on dimensionals as well. Okay, now here's the sample one, so I can build it up again. So I only cut 1 leaf. And I only cut 1 is because they actually cut it in half. So just right down here, give it a little trim, so now I have 2. And the same with the yellow. Okay, just cut it so that you have 2. And then I'm going to use glue dots. So I'm just going to make these like stickers. I just stick them right on my glue dot. And I'm not worried about the glue dot being bigger than my stems because they're all going to overlap with these other flowers, so it's going to be fine. Alright, so I'm going to put one of these down here. I need 2 hands. I'm actually going to slide this one under. So there's that one. This one's going to go right over the top, and I'm going to bring my twine around so my twine is on top of the leaf. Okay, I've got my yellow to add. That's going to go right up in there. Make sure you're working inside the edges of your card so that they fit in your envelopes. Add that there. And then I'm going to peel off my dimensionals. Okay, the first 2 I'm going to put on are the smaller ones. And kind of following the picture from the catalog, they were kind of layered like that. And then the big one goes over the top, and we've got our card. Now, you know me, if you're going to stamp a card, stamp the envelope. So I'm just going to come back in with these same flowers, and I'm going to stamp a couple of small ones, and I'm going to stamp a large one. Just dress that up a little bit. So, there you have it. There is our card case from the Spring Celebration catalog. So when you see a catalog card, don't be intimidated. Case it, copy it, make it your own. Have some fun with it. So there, I've proved it can be done, and it wasn't even that hard, was it? No, it wasn't that hard. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me today. As always, you know you can shop online with me. There's my February host code, getting your orders in, and you can be entered to win some free shipping on your next order with me. Also, hop over to the blog, pumpkinhillstampers.com. Check out all the blog posts I'm sharing over there, and don't forget to subscribe to the Show and Tell News, where I let you know about all the current promotions going on. You can be entered to win into my card candy challenges, and I will be sharing customer card creations there as well. Alright everybody, I'll see you again real soon. Happy stamping! Bye-bye.